my God, I almost...
What?
There was like some energy shift. I almost...
Whoa, that went crazy.
Hi, guys. I hope that didn't get recorded in the live stream. I was just having some issues trying to connect, and then it was connecting, and then there was an energy shift, and my whole face and I almost hit my whole face on your guys' faces. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? This is a different type of live stream today. The reason it's different is I almost never offer past life readings. And all I have available today is a bio scan, Claire Tarot reading, or past life reading. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and start with number wars. Pick a number between 1 and 100. Let me just write it down first. Okay, pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches the number I have written will win a Claire Tarot reading from me. Do you see that?
Oh, that went fast.
Oh.
That shit was super fun.
I saw it up there. Susan R. Susan R. You won at 43. Susan R. I saw several 43s, but that was the first one that I saw. All right, let's get started. Susan, congrats. Ooh. Something is trying to instill self-doubt in you. It seems like a very elevated attempt to instill self-doubt, inner trust. You have to trust yourself. That's interesting. Oops. I get a feeling that you're dealing with someone who is possibly controlling, possibly manipulative. There's a potentiality of like full-on narcissistic behavior. It's weird. It's I don't know if you've become aware of it yet. And I don't get a very definitive, like it's a romantic connection. It's just someone in your life. Yeah, I don't know who it is either. I don't think you've seen the manipulative behavior yet, though. I don't think it's a relationship, like a romantic relationship. I can't tell what it is. Card number 37, focus on the light. This seems like it's like an old type of cycle coming back around, creating a lot of darkness and agitation. With that, you already know how to handle, things like that. Just keep moving forward, okay? Don't let them pull you back. Card number 24, new birth guarded vigilantly. It's because you're growing. Usually, before you level up to a higher plane of consciousness, what ends up happening is things that have been trying to breach you, it will go like full force, hardcore, one last try type of thing. And then that agitation is the very thing that levels you up. Just keep an eye out for it. I mean, if you know that this type of thing is going to be happening, when it does happen, it has less of an effect on you. It's not so much out of the blue. Oh my God, why are people like that? No, it's like, you should tell me about this. It's, nah, I'm not going to participate in that. So, but I don't think it's a relationship, like a romantic relationship. I don't know, like work. I don't know. All right. I hope that helps you. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Let's find a number. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches what I have written here will win a Claire Tarot reading. Sasha! Sasha Moji. Sasha. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Girl, stop. Sasha, you won. Shit. You won at 92. Yo. I need to know when to be quiet. I think you should have a censor button where you just press it and it shocks me.
Whoa.
Shocks me immediately and it shuts me up.
Dang.
Maybe we should put a dog collar on me.
That'd be painful.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about on my neck. Okay, Sasha. We'll talk about it later. Card number 1, after the storm. So this is telling me you've already, the storm is done, whatever conflict, been there, done that, moving forward. Now, I don't usually get this message for this card, but the storm is done. Now it's time for a blizzard. That doesn't make me feel good. No matter what, you're going to have the energetic structures within yourself to not allow yourself to be too greatly affected, okay? I hate to see this. The only thing that I can think of that could affect you that way, like a blizzard type of icing you out, would be family. I think that's the only one that could affect you in that way. Or maybe it's indicative that, you're already feeling kind of like isolated from them because you're going on your own path. You're learning, you're attempting to restore and replenish yourself. See, and that's weird because I don't get that message from this usually, where it's like an ice storm coming. And I don't usually get the feeling from this like this is a good thing. Like you're already doing what you need to do, and you're almost done with this period of like really being deep into yourself, and you're ready to just kind of stretch out, stand up, and really just walk forward. Not run forward, but like walk forward with purpose, confidence. I feel like a really good thing from this card. Usually I feel the opposite. Usually I feel the beginning parts of it where it's like, whoa, you feel destroyed, you feel like depleted. This feels like the end parts where you've already had your nap. You've already had that juice. You're ready. You're ready. Card number 16, what you want wants you. All of the success, all of the happiness, it wants you. And I think right now is just a period of redefining what that happiness and success is for you. Because it feels like it might not be what it was once defined as, like the success and the happiness. Okay? So, one more. Let's do one more round. Okay, this looks weird. That looks weird too. All right, I got a number. Oh, I saw it. Danielle Hofstetler. That's a 17. I swear it. Danielle, you won. Where's my pen? All right. Let's see. So while I get the cards prepared for Danielle, if any of you have not yet and would like to purchase a past life reading, just go to the link in the pinned comment.
Before I close the link.
Before this man over here closes the link. He ain't joking. Ooh, 77% at 444. Fuck yeah. Sorry. I like that. I like that. All right. Yikes. Danielle, forgive me if I'm wrong, okay? I'm sure you already know. I'm sure you already know that I have a real crappy memory. It's Command Shift and the number 3. Quick. Why did I do that? Command Shift the number 3. I'm on a Mac. So, Danielle, were you in previous live streams the one that had an issue with a coworker, a male coworker?
Yes.
Is that still an issue? Did it kind of like come back around?
Somewhat.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you the cards, or do you want to kind of just leave that as it is? Because it touches on that. All right. So you're being played for a fool right now. The message, the imagery that I get from this card is that this is you controlling yourself. You're actually getting instruction from someone that's not even in the picture. They're the ones that's kind of dictating. I don't know if you're like trying to accommodate or trying to like anticipate what they might want, but that's not going to end good. Conscious connections, card number 35. So while you're over here trying to kind of make it work, they're over there looking at other things. In addition to that, this is a significant other that they're already with that believes they have a heart connection with him while he's looking at other fish. And at the same time, he's not even, facing you. So I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous saying this, but card number 27, receiving. You're about to receive a massive dose of your own poison. That's what I hear. I don't know what that means. A massive dose of your own poison. So this is for me personally, the way I would interpret that is that you would be doing something malicious or toxic and it's going to return back to you. But you don't strike me as someone who is intentionally malicious. You just don't. You don't strike me as intentionally malicious. You strike me as someone that when you feel like there's a potential for a connection, that feeling of the potentiality can be easily used to manipulate you. That I feel. Where it's like if he says the right thing or pays enough attention, then it's easier for him to get you to kind of just follow along. But for you to like hatch up a plan and like malicious, that doesn't quite sit right with me. So I don't know how to interpret this. I just know you're going to be drinking from a cup of poison. And then there's like a lot of, girl, you wouldn't hurt yourself over this stupid ass boy, would you? Is that something you're considering?
No.
Okay. Because I will fly my ass out to whatever your address is. I will look that shit up and show up at your door. And I will fill up your bathtub and baptize you because you know, it's like, I understand like some people you kind of need to finish out whatever cycles, and you know, it's like, you know, it's gonna be bad for you, but you kind of just need to go through whatever you need to go through and learn and all of that. I draw the line at harming yourself. I draw the line at that. I will baptize you in water full of cloves. See how you like that burn. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that to you. But I probably would look for your address. I'd be like, hello, PD, I need a welfare check. My sister hasn't been answering her phone. You're suddenly my sister now. Okay, let me stop. Whew. Okay. All right. So, seriously, Danielle, I don't want you to have to go through something that's worse than what you've already been through, because you've been through a lot. Kind of just move with caution, okay? Move with caution. Something's about to circle back around and bite you in the butt. And honestly, it kind of feels like it might be something along the lines of legal action. I don't know, like sexual harassment type. I don't know. He's manipulative, and he'll get out of whatever he can get out of. It doesn't matter the price everyone else pays. All right, so let's see. Oh. Sasha, are you here? We're getting started. Oh, good Lord. Can you please talk to your daughters? How does she know before he even opened the door?
No, she anticipates it.
He hasn't been home for hours.
She anticipates it.
All right, Sasha. All right. So just breathe very deep, very slow. I'm going to allow your higher self to kind of share with me whatever parts of previous lives it feels like sharing. I can't guarantee what type of information will be shared and the depth of information, but definitely going to share whatever your higher self wants you to know. So I'm being shown what looks like I don't. The outside looks like rocks that have been stacked to form walls. It looks like a fairly large structure. I almost want to say castle, but it doesn't have like the cut stones, the like brick shaped stones that we typically see a castle made out of. This looks like almost like a let me see if I can find a picture. Cobblestone castle is what I heard. Oh. So I guess yeah, it looks very similar to this. Very, very similar to that. With that, it's like that's in the nearby vicinity. I don't believe you live there. I believe you lived in a separate structure where the roof was thatched. It looked like it was made of, I don't know, is that hay? It's some sort of really organic material. So with that, I see you push aside, it's almost like a leather drape, like a really heavy leather drape. You push it aside, and I see a building like I described, like cobblestone type of walls. It looks almost like a fortress. What's that Nordic? It's a Nordic castle. Um, it's a Nordic castle. That's all I heard. Nordic castle. I believe you were blonde in this life. You were a man. Like I look down and I see our forearms, which is your forearms. Very thick. I like forearms. They're thick. They're thick. Not like heavy set type of thick, but like thick from use. Like you work with your hands. I see it's almost like a half covered, like a lean-to structure nearby. And with I don't know, like tools. I wonder if you're like a blacksmith. Do they have Nordic black? I assume they do. Why did you keep showing me fucking Minecraft shit? So I'm asking your higher self, like, is this where you lived? What is this? This is very similar. Where is this at? This is, wow, you are fucking Nordic. Hold up. All right. It looks very similar to this. And the outside, when you push the drape, it didn't feel like it was snow, but when you push the drape aside, it's like a really thick, heavy, maybe it might even be two hides, leather hides, just covering it. The weather felt like late spring, where you don't need too much clothing. There's no snow. You don't need too much clothing. So this is interesting. Your hair was blonde. It's like golden on your forearms. You had quite a bit of hair on on the knuckles too. Do you have any weird stuff that goes on with your left hand, like cramping in this area? Right? They needed weapons, so I would assume. You use your hands a lot. I'm being shown that you had an injury on this part of your hand from the back, like at the base of so there's a V, and this is where there's not much, it starts to become meaty at the base of that, and then this whole area right here at the bottom. I would assume that's how it was then too, where if you're like not up to doing it, you wouldn't do it. But I feel like you were up to doing quite a bit in that life. It seems as though there were a lot of things that happened and people would turn to you and ask you about it. I don't know if they were asking you about weaponry or if it was more of a leadership role for the rest of your community. Because it seems like, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like if you were a blacksmith, you wouldn't be taken out on a whole bunch of different excursions. I feel like logically you'd stay home, right? But you were taken out quite a bit. Like you were present for a lot of the travel that was being done. And maybe that was because they needed weapons. I don't know. Maybe, does anyone know about Viking culture? Did they bring a blacksmith with them to repair any weapons when they go and do whatever Viking stuff they do? That might be it. Or you might have been like a leader in the community. But you were very well respected, very, very well respected. So it's a nice thing to kind of circle back around and have your environment begin that whole like very respecting you. I feel like that's where your journey is going anyways, where at work or your living situation, the amount of respect people have for you is going to be increasing. So definitely felt Nordic energy from you. I hope that helps you with any type of like questions you have for things you might be experiencing. Don't be surprised if you begin to dream a lot about like you doing things with your hands. Do you already have those type of dreams? All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. My thing is stuck. Am I? I'm curious if you'll have a lot more dreams of you using your hands, and of you being in a very beautiful, beautiful, like rolling hills full of grass type of landscape. Um, it's just such a beautiful landscape that I see, like hills full of grass and a lot of like wild flowers. Maybe if you do more like physical activity to balance out the computer stuff, you'll feel more at ease and you'll feel more productive. I just feel like there's a lot of balance coming back to you. Oh, here it is. Cheryl, are you here? All right. Let's mark this. So just breathe very deep and very slow. You're welcome, Sasha. Oh, immediately I'm being shown what looks like a pasture. This looks like a higher portion of some valley. Um, it almost even looks like some of the places that are talked about in old stories, like that Middle Earth space where all the things that we thought were extinct are still alive. I see you like we're standing at an elevation, an elevated portion of this valley. And I see a lot of animals moving around. They're not moving because they're scared. They're kind of just foraging. Um, there's suddenly like a lot of heavy feeling. It's like such a heavy feeling in the chest. I wasn't aware of this structure that was present there. I wasn't aware of this before. I guess it was behind us, but not even really behind us. Because when we turn 360 degrees, it's all just lush vegetation, tall grass, very beautiful flowers. I'm getting so cold. But it's like we're stepping backwards, we're saying goodbye to this place. And I can feel like a portal opening up behind us. You went through a portal back to a palace made of crystal. You went back to a palace made of crystal, and you were in um, a room that houses a stargate. Um, so it's a sense that that valley is basically it's not terrestrial. I don't even know if it's considered galactic. Um, I hear interspace. So it's like a place that exists in between spaces. It's not an actual dimensional place. It's a space in between. Um, it's like a capsule, but I don't see any end to this. It doesn't feel like it's confined. So it's like a perpetual, it just keeps going and going. There's so many things that live there. What do you want her to know? Um, okay. I see what looks like dragon type beings. And before we're pulled back into that portal, like before we step back into it, it's invisible. Nothing there can see it. The only reason you have something implanted in you and you have the ability to open it at will. It's not an actual structure. That's what was confusing to me. I was feeling the structure behind the veil. All of the dragons began to bark. It almost sounds like a dinosaur seal bark. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like I can't do it. They all stopped what they were doing, and then they put their chins all the way up, and it was like like that, all of them at once. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because it feels like it will burst eardrums. Shit. You you took winter. You took winter through the Stargate with you, and they were calling her. That's like they're, like when a kitten is calling for its mom, that they make some kind of specific type of sound, right? They were all calling for her. because they felt her leaving. I'm asking your higher self if there's any other lives it wants to discuss. I assume you weren't alive during World War I, right? I don't know when that ended. Was it like 30s, 20s when it ended? Yeah. I assume. I see you. It looks kind of like French countryside. Let me see. Let's see. It looks like I don't know. It didn't look like there was a war there. It looked like a regular freaking countryside with trees and grass. Like, I mean, not the structure, but the environment. It looked similar to that. Just trees and grass. Oh, here. Look like this stuff. Like that. But I see that you had on, it's a weird helmet. Oh, am I frozen? Is it Italian? Helmet. Okay, let's see. No, it's not Italian. Okay. It's like just very light, and then the visor sticks out all the way around. This! It looks just like this. It's a doughboy helmet. It's just like this. It's just like that. Who would? Oh, it's the U.S. Okay. It was designed in London. Okay. Well, it's a. Let's see. Well, it says a U.S. Brody helmet doughboy. I see you wearing one like that, and it's from World War One. Hold on. Okay, it's British. The British have a helmet like that, and it's British. Yes, it's British. Okay. So you were British. The French countryside. I mean, that's not far. That's not far at all. What do you want her to know about that? Have you ever been to France? Um, okay, hold up. So, pure lane, the French term pure lane, literally meaning pure wool, refers to those whose ancestry is blah, 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 challenge the narrative surrounding French-English relationships in Quebec. What the fuck is that? I don't know. I hear Lalaine. I don't know what that means. I don't know anything French. I don't. Something about Lalaine. Lalaine. And I'll spell it here. Lalaine. It ties to that life, Cheryl. I don't know. There's a lot of details about previous lives for you that are really just classified. Your higher self is basically just giving you small blips, like crumbs, breadcrumbs for you to follow. Put this in. So yeah, definitely look it up, okay? You're welcome, Viking Soul Music. If you guys would like to get your reading done regarding a past life, please go to the link in the pinned comment because that link will be closed very soon. So let's see. Thank you, Cheryl. We are now going to Susan R. Are you here? Susan R. Hey. All right. So, yeah, I don't know if it is about wool or if it's someone's name. And for some reason, I feel like I know someone named Lalaine. I don't know. All right, Susan. Just breathe very deep, very slow. Oh, holy fucking shit. Oh my God. That's one hell of a life. My God. So as soon as I connect to you in that life, we are running full fucking speed in some field and boom. Shrapnel to the chest. Oh my fucking God. It's hard to breathe. I just wanted to see it. I didn't want to feel it. Fuck. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God. I can feel it like. Have you ever heard of Shaka Zulu? Okay, so Shaka Zulu was such like legendary. He ended up becoming basically the king of the Zulu nation. He was prophesized by his people, and that he would, I guess, basically overthrow his father. And Shaka Zulu was the king of the Zulu kingdom from 1816 to 1828. He was one of the most influential monarchs of the Zulu kingdom, responsible for reorganizing the Zulu military into a formidable force via a series of wide-reaching and influential reforms. So there is a long-ass series. It's like hours and hours and hours long. They used to play it on Channel 44, maybe like once a year. And it's basically about his life. Ooh. I read what Leon wrote, and it just I feel like because he had interactions with I think they were British. He had interactions with people who represented some monarchy. I think it was the English. I forget now. But I think you were part of the group that came and kind of like lived with him peacefully, and like showed him and tried to get him to accept Christ as his savior. I think you were one of them. Um, I don't remember how the movie goes, but I just saw our fucking chest explode like some sort of shrapnel. I don't know. I don't think they had. I think it was a fucking cannonball. Like bounced and boom right in the chest. I can't. I'm like really trying to remember. I don't know if at some point the king decided to invade his nation, and those who kind of grew to love and support and understand Shaka, they ended up helping fight. I don't know if maybe I'm remembering that wrong. It's making my head hurt. I think that's where you died. I think that's where you died. Watch that show. Is yeah. I don't know why. Um, hmm. Huh? Um, yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling, Leanne, where they were used to try and seduce Shaka into compliance. But you're not going to seduce him into nothing. You're not going to seduce him into nothing. Okay. He's not going to bow down to shit. And they ended up like really, really respecting him. I feel so strongly that you were there, Susan. Like, I almost want to say you took that hit in the chest to kind of protect him. You weren't running away from war. You were fucking charging full force. Um, you died in your prime. You looked full grown. I'd say maybe like late 20s, early 30s, or maybe even early 20s. I don't know. I don't want to say fucked up shit. But yeah, you might have just looked a little bit older than what you were, but you weren't actually like old. You look like you were in your prime. I want to say you looked about 30, but you might have been younger than that. Um, what do you need to learn from this? Oh, oh. Um, oh, you definitely didn't look. You didn't look 35. If you were 35, you definitely looked young for your age. Um, definitely look young for your age. You look like who's the guy that plays Thor? Daddy.
What?
Who plays Thor? That blonde guy.
Chris Helmsworth or something like that?
Chris Helmsworth. You look about that age. You look about that age. What? Check, check. I didn't say you look like him. I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. You didn't look like him, but you look like his age. But here's the thing. In that part of Africa at that time, you weren't going to be able to be eaten out and stuff, and you had to do manual labor. So I'm pretty sure you look that fit.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure you look that fit, like your rippling muscles and stuff. So I can't see your face because I'm in the body with you. But your forearms, from running and the way we were running, like you were fast like a NASCAR fast. You were fast. Look for that show. I'll show you what it looks like. Shaka Zulu show. What the frick? Shaka Zulu. Oops. It is. I tell you, it was from 1986. There's something about the year 86. I remember when I was, I don't know, I think I was like 12, 13. I decided to take a Sharpie and write JG86 in the closet. I don't know why. I was like 12. Let me look for the movie. I'm just saying. Here. Ooh. It's a mini series. Yeah. I wanna own this. I almost missed my fucking prom for this. You know that, right? It's Shaka Zulu. I legit almost missed my prom for this. I'm not even joking. I'm so not even joking. I was like getting ready for my prom and had my TV, like little TV in my room. I was curling my hair and I was like, oh my God! Shaka Zulu's on!
What?
I almost missed my prom and like
The Shaka Zulu was on?
my freaking friends were like, hey, the limo's gonna be coming soon. What time are you arriving? And I was like, oh. Shaka Zulu is on, you guys. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bitch, you don't know Shaka. You don't know Shaka. We can't kick it if you don't know Shaka. And I was serious. But then they were like, bitch, you better be here. I was like, okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. Susan, look into that. Susan, look into that, okay, that show, Shaka Zulu. These blasphemous people spelled it with an S. Shaka, not CH, okay? So what you could learn from that life, I'm kind of, all right. So Shaka Zulu was actually, Shaka, he was not a regular human being. Am I frozen?
Mm-hmm. No more.
Okay. He wasn't a regular human being, from my from my understanding. He's actually Blu-ray cloister. That's probably an indicator that you're Blu-ray cloister as well. Because really, you wouldn't resonate with him in the way you did to the point where you gave your life for him, unless you were cloister too. Because oftentimes when a soul comes from the Blu-ray cloister, it's just one of those things. It's a given. I will give my life for you, just like you will give your life for me. There's no questions. There's no like, oh, but you've only known me X amount of days. It's like, nope, you're cloister. This is what we do. So I think that's the main message to take from it. There's a high likelihood you are Blu-ray cloister. Okay. Watch the movie. I'm sure you'll like really. I don't know how accurate it is, but I think it's definitely something that will influence the way you see your own personal history in this life. I think it definitely would. It might even explain some of your behaviors and reactions. All right, so let's see. Amanda Cromwell, are you here? You're welcome.
Sure.
All right, Amanda. This looks like something from the Amazon. I don't know. I'm kind of weirded out. Have you seen that movie? It's one of the Twilight movies where they traveled to the Amazon to kind of gather some of the other vampires. Do you remember that?
Mm.
Okay, so it's like you lived in the Amazon, but you were a human hybrid. You and your small like group, your small family group, you were there were legends told about your lineage. Hold on. Okay, Amazon legends about humanoids. Piscean and amphibian humanoids. No. Yakaruna? Whoa, 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 whoa. That rings a bell. Hold on. Oh, shit. I thought it was just a tribe. I thought that was a name of an actual. And this is actually what you look like. Yakaruna are a mythical water people similar to human beings who are said to live in beautiful underwater cities, often at the mouths of rivers. Belief in the Yakaruna are most prominently found among indigenous people of the Amazon. The term is derived from the Quechua language, Yaku and Runa. Yaku means water, Runa means man, water man. That's freaky. The synchronicity is fucking freaky. Okay, let me go ahead and let me copy the link address. You can do more reading on your own. That's what I was reading from. Yeah. Well, I don't see you like a mermaid. You look like an actual humanoid bipedal creature. And you have a spear and you're crouched real fucking low to the ground watching human. I don't know what they were doing, but it's looking like they were doing something they should not have been doing. And I didn't watch you attack them per se, but I did see you quietly watching, just quietly watching. Okay. You look like this. Holy shit. Very similar to this. Very, very similar to that. I don't get any blips regarding Atlantis. And it's not to say that it's not tied to Atlantis, but a connection to Atlantis is not being given to me by your higher self. There's a potentiality that that species itself did potentially come from Atlantis. I don't know. I've actually never heard of that before. I've never heard of this concept before. Yeah, but that's so crazy. So, okay, I'm just gonna screenshot this. Okay. That was that was intense. What should she know from this life? Oh, So the reason you had a spear out and you were crouched very low, they were hunting you. They were hunting you. So this doesn't look like indigenous people that you were hiding from. They look European. They look most like conquistador type European. This has to do with something in Peru. Does the Amazon extend to Peru? Oh, it does extend into Peru. Colombia, Peru, and other South American countries. Let me see, Amazon forest near Machu Picchu. It's right by Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is located on a narrow mountain ridge where the Andes meets the Amazon. That's where it is. That's where it is. That's where it is. It's fucking crazy. Okay. That might be why you always feel like you're in danger. Because they were hunting you in particular. I don't know why. Let me see. Conquistador. Yakaruna. Let me see. Okay. I don't know. I think it would take me too long to find information. But look into that. Look into conquistadors, their presence in Peru, the Yakaruna, whatever, however you say it. Whether the conquistadors came back with stories about that. I feel like I don't know, you don't feel like a regular one though. I wonder if you had some sort of elevated position within your like family. I'm wondering if I get the feeling that they wanted to capture you to find how to find everyone else. So there's that as well. Just a lot of like blips. Ooh. Oh shit. Um so when I went to Peru a few years back, I was driving. I was in a fucking train. I wasn't driving shit. We were in the train heading, I think it's called the Sacred Valley or something like that. And this train was taking us from, I think it was Ollantaytambo or whatever. I don't know. It's where I bought my llama hat. From that spot, took us through like jungle and took us to the base of Machu Picchu. And I fell asleep somewhere in the middle of that because it's a couple hours that you're on that train. And I woke up. I'm about to freak out. I woke up from what I thought was a dream, and it was like a very intense. I was running through that. I was following the river. I was running through it, running. Conquistadors were following behind. And something was guiding me. That's why I stayed near the river. Something was guiding me to keep me alive. I wonder if that was you. Because I had to stay alive. I had to. I wasn't allowed to die there yet. I was trying to make it over and hide. Not in Machu Picchu. It's. I would have to pass and go deeper into the forest. I don't know how else to explain it. I wonder, how does that resonate with you? Because I think the one that was running with me, it was me and another person. We were running. I want to say they eventually got caught. I didn't get caught till way later. I had to leave them behind. And I will say it's their fucking fault anyways, because they told the conquistadors where we were. Yeah. You have to look into Quechua. Quechua is a language of the Peruvian people, like the indigenous people. I don't know. It's a story told in Quechua. I don't know why I know this or how I know this. It's some story told in Quechua. I don't know the name of the story. I don't even know what the story goes, how it goes. But you have to find the story, and that's going to help to explain. I kind of feel like you were the one that was telling me where to go to stay safe, because the river was going to split. But maybe there wasn't an entry point. Maybe I had to go down further, and that's where you were trying to get me to go. I don't feel like we were friends. I feel like you happened to just be in the right place at the right time, or maybe you were already watching. With the person that I was in that life, I don't see why I would be near any rivers. I usually would be kept within, separate from the rest of the people. I wouldn't be in places where common people would be able to access. And that's all I'm willing to share about that life. I hope that helps you, Amanda. Definitely start looking into all the stuff that I mentioned. And what do you call it? Hopefully it gives you even more information. All right, so let's see. Stephanie Murdoch. You're welcome. Stephanie, are you here?
Yeah.
All right. So breathe very deep and very slow. Cancel. Cancel. Don't close that out. Leave that alone, girl. All right. Breathe deep and slow. Oh. That's interesting. Hold on. Okay. So, I will show you something. I'm sure you've already come across this type of information, but maybe not in how it applies to you. So let me. This. All right. Are you looking for something to tattoo onto yourself? Were you considering a tattoo? So I'm told this is an inspiration for you. A circle with wings. And the reason that's an inspiration is because it has to do with the Seraphim and Merkaba. I see you in a vessel like this. There's not a top half. We're sitting inside it. It's like a huge saucer, and you have two smaller like saucers, and you're going like this to it. I immediately, when I saw that, I thought of Ezekiel. I thought of Ezekiel. I'm also told the inside of the wheel, the circle with the wings. And this is definitely, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with that. Would be this, kind of like the spokes, like that. So this doesn't even tie into lifetimes. This is not a past life. This is a filtering. This has to do with seraphim energy. And it might be part of what makes your body so incompatible with traditional medicines. Why traditional medicines have the effect they do on you. Why traditional doctors have the stance they have. You've been filtered through seraphim. So for those that don't know what that means, in the hierarchy of angels, the seraphim would be the ones that flank the throne of God. They're like supposed to be the highest order. I'm being told to tell you that's why you had to be born into the family you have. You cannot have the luxury of building familial connections. You have to be existing in a almost like a state of displacement, like feeling displaced basically your whole life, so that the connections you form are not biological, because you can't belong to a biological family. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. You belong to the whole of humanity. And you have the type of love where when you love something, you feel so loyal to it. And that loyalty will block you from expanding your wings. That's why the imagery, hold on. The imagery is wings that are open. So just the wheel with the wings on the spokes inside. This is a huge indicator that you have a very high, very, very elevated purpose in this life. And in order to serve that purpose, tremendous amounts of suffering, isolation, heartache, that's the price we pay to serve, unfortunately. It's just the price that we pay to serve. Okay. I was looking into charm bottles. There are certain, I don't have this on my website. I don't have it on my website. I guess I could. They're charm bottles, and they're full of specific type, specific blend of ingredients, depending on what the purpose is. And then it's sealed with wax on top. It's almost like this feeling of a specific blend of stuff that would assist you, and you would carry it with you. I don't know. Like, what are you telling me? So, message if that's something you're interested in. I don't know how I would communicate something that's. Why use light language when you know I can't speak it? Just crazy, crazy shit. Message if you want to get one of those. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have it available also on the website. All of it has to be custom made for each person. It can't be like, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But Stephanie, you have a lot of things that you still need to experience in this life. Those things that you need to experience require so much from you. Your level of healing is about to accelerate. Okay. Your level of self-healing, it's about to accelerate. It's about to expand even further. Be ready for that. And this type of healing might be very painful. Okay. It might be very painful. Also, I'm being told there was something your grandfather told you and that you would know what it is. And that would be the clue you need to find your instructions somewhere else. So I don't know. It's so much like cloak and dagger at this point. Your soul is very private. So yeah. But you'll know what it is, okay? Try and think of what your grandfather told you before. I think it's something that's prominent in your mind. All right. Becca, are you here? You're welcome. Becca, do you mean you need one or she needs one? Okay. Okay. Breathe very deep and very slow. Have you been having pain? Okay. Have you been having pain in your back? Your like mid to low back area? All over. I see huge harpoons sticking out of your mid to low back area. So it begins maybe like an inch or two below where your ribs end. So that mid back, and then there's a lot of like other uh, poke type wounds, like I don't know, blades being used to poke. How's your relationship with your daughter? Are you guys fighting right now? Your son was there a few days. Okay. I think it came from your son. Was well, obviously the fact that you know mentioned your son, um, you suspect it came from him. I don't think he did anything to you maliciously, like intentionally. Um, did you argue with him? No fights. Is his wife into, because it's a female that I felt. That's why I asked about your daughter. Do you not like his wife, or does she not like you? And is she oh, it's mutual. I love you. I love you. Um is she uh is she I guess Latina? Oh, Deb. Um it's either Deb's daughter-in-law or your daughter-in-law. Um Are one of them capable of brujeria? Are one of them brujas? Someone's doing some shit. I feel that right off the bat. Someone is doing some shit. Um, it's just a matter of figuring out who. You look like someone's made a pin cushion out of your low to mid back. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like someone is intentionally, like maybe they're pissed off. Maybe they're pissed off at one of you or both of you, and is trying all sorts of bullshit. Um, I feel like it's both of them. I feel like it's both of them. I feel like both of them are occupied by the same being. One is focusing on you, Becca. The other is focusing on Deb. Um, I don't think they've breached Deb, but they've done quite a bit to you. They've done quite a bit to you. Um, so there's a lot of fracturing in your auric shield. There's shattering towards the bottom of your neck, almost like your high shoulder area on the spine. Um, I see a lot of attempts to. It's Lilith. It's Lilith. Yeah. Um, do you have a condition with your left leg? Because it's this sense that something is trying to flare that up, whatever the condition is. Um, they both give out. Is it worse on the left? Because something's really fixated on your left leg. And have they always given out? Or is that something more recent? I also see quite a bit of like, it's like turn the front of you from your clavicles on down to your hips, your hip bones. Um, it's like they've turned you into Swiss cheese, like sections pulled out, sections hollowed out. You have a whole bunch of stuff missing from you. Um, is your daughter-in-law, is she from a family that would know how to do like witchcraft stuff? It feels like Latin American witchcraft. It feels like bruja type stuff. Because each different region, although it's like witchcraft, they have their own way of doing things. Like even from different islands, they have their own way of doing things. And their processes will use different channels to gain access. This looks and feels like bruja shit. So, do you feel like she dislikes you enough to pay someone? I mean, how would she benefit off that though? You know, I'm kind of hesitant to say things like, "Oh, she paid someone to do it." I don't know. Maybe Lilith is trying to cause more problems and accuse when she hasn't done anything. Lilith's like that. Lilith is a total biatch. People are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe she's cursing Lilith." Well, shit, because I've had my history with her, and okay, so she's not that smart. A lot of it can come from Lilith trying to create more problems than is already there. You know, she she might be. She might be Lilith, not your daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law is very easy to like point fingers at her. Um, I feel like she's being used as a Trojan to access you. Is she aware of that? I don't think she is. I don't know that she is. It stems from her though. Um, was she there when you saw your son recently? I'd assume she kind of steers clear, right? She doesn't visit when he comes. Oh, she's always with him. Is she like the insecure type? I don't know, girl. Maybe she learned some TikTok bruja stuff. No joke. I don't know. There's so much of the information that goes around at this point that who knows? Maybe is she that vindictive though? I don't know. I don't want to blame her. I don't want to blame her. Um, unless like I feel super strongly that it comes from her. I'll just stick with Trojan stuff is going on, and Mason is their child. That's not Isaiah, or was it Isaac? Isaiah. Girl, my memory fucking sucks. Your other grandson. Wait. I'm fucking confused. You have more than one grandchild. It's like, am I asking you or am I telling you? Okay. Okay. So it is Isaiah. Well, so his name is Isaiah. I was trying to convince myself that it's Isaac. I was like, no, girl, you don't remember shit. His name's not Isaiah, it's Isaac. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't like being around you because his mother's been talking shit. I mean, that's not uncommon. That's not uncommon, you know? That's unfortunate, but it's not uncommon. Yeah. Um, Becca, Um, email my team and we'll discuss what you need. Okay. So just email us so that I don't forget. Cause I mean, I just tried to convince myself that Isaiah's name is Isaac.
Again.
Fucking A. I will forget. Email me. Okay. Um, something's been put in your food. Did they drop off food? They didn't touch your food, did they? That's like you have a roommate. Is your roommate a female? Okay, let's do this. Let's not begin the whole process of assuming everyone is doing something. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and beef up your shield, repair all the things that need to be repaired, remove all the things that need to be removed. Link up with Deb, and you guys kind of make up some sort of plan to energetically protect yourself. So even if things are, enchantments are put in your food, is not going to do anything for you. Okay, so let's bitches are bitches. Fuck them. Bitches are bitches. Just fuck them. You get through this. Okay, this is just a purging cycle that we're all going through, and because of the purging cycle, a lot of people are just allowing their insanity and their ugly to come out with no no regard to anything. They're just like, oh, it's okay for me to showcase my wickedness. Like, no, bitch, it's not. They don't realize that, I guess. I don't know. But email us, okay? Miss Meliss, are you here? Joro, 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 Joro. Okay, Miss Meliss, let's see. Okay, I just made a mess of my cards. Hold on. Okay. Ooh! I almost fell off the table.
If you reach for it.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay. All right. Talk about theatrical. Someone was being extra theatrical earlier today. Extra theatrical. So card number 6, the Lovers. True love that's long lasting. Choices made from the heart. A return to good health. So this tells me that whatever Michael was talking shit about recently, because he was telling you that you have some sort of misalignment inside yourself. Was that what he was saying? He said something recently. Okay. Well, that's being corrected. Okay. That's definitely being corrected. There's improvement that's already being recognized by your higher self. So I'm wondering if that's going to call in an external representation of that solidified harmony within yourself, attracting that to you. Card number 16. No, something to let go of. Okay, let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. That's what the card says. Significant opportunities. Okay. Oh, you know what's funny? I have to share something with you. King of Spring. Innovative, inspiring, wise, theatrical. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. So I'm wondering if you're about to have a partner who helps you with some of that beauty stuff. I'm wondering. It might be something. It might be something. Let me, hold on. Let me just put in my notes what I'm supposed to tell you. Hold on. Okay. All right. So, is there a man in the blue? I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm told to shuffle this deck. Hold up. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. Okay. 23, 30, 33. 23, 30, 33. So there's going to be a need to defend. With this, I think this is like the final hurdle before all of the other stuff comes in. The perfection of your life. In order for you to get to this next phase that's beautiful, you have to first burn away whatever blockages and other stuff that is needing to be burned away. The clutter, okay? And then card number 33, Heaven Sent. He's coming, boo. He's coming. There. What does he look like? Did you see any features like hair color? I don't know. Did you see his face? Do tell. Do tell. Do tell. All right. So let me go ahead and do the other part. Here we go. So, really? He has a cave like Captain. Oh my God. Something just shifted so hardcore. Fucking hit my eye. Did you guys feel that? Like Thor? Okay, let me stop. All right, let me go ahead and let me just focus. I'm focusing on your previous slides, okay? It looks like we are. It looks like we're swimming through. I don't know. It's like plasma, almost like a half melted Jello type of substance. And it keeps flashing colors like a rusty orange, bright red. We're going down a tube, kind of like a water slide. We're just kind of slipping down that tube. It's not a large tube, it's a small one. We barely fit in it. It opens into a cavern. I feel scared. I feel like really scared. I hear it's like the sounds that come out of Space Mountain in Disneyland. It's that type of sound. It's a huge cavern and it's very echoey. And there's a lot of things crawling around and we can't see them. I don't know if we have any form. I haven't seen. Oh. or suddenly feline, like a humanoid feline. Our arms look kind of like a cross between a human arm and like a lion's arm. Our hands are like huge paws. It seems like we keep it like this, and it looks like paws. But when you fully open it, they look like human hands, just thicker, like tufted, almost like you're wearing gloves. We got sent here to clear out this cavern. I suddenly see and feel some sort of telepathic, I don't know, it's like a telepathic communication. There's someone outside the cavern. Cavern is pitch black. We can't see anything. Our eyes are not adjusting. It's a visual outside of the cavern, not right outside, but somewhere else. It's not in the cavern, and someone is riding on what I think like it looks like two sticks, almost like they're ice skating in the sky, and the sky looks like a watercolor sunset. A lot of like lavenders, purples, oranges, reds. He's rushing to get to you. Um, he's rushing to get to you. I don't understand. He's very worried. It's like a sense of he's very worried that you finally, um, it's almost like you have been able to handle so much and you finally found or met a challenge that there's a possibility you won't succeed. Um, and he's just so concerned. I'm not shown a face. It's almost like he was showing us, like, I'm looking for you. I'm going to find you. Were you? Where's my? Where is my fucking thing? Where's Bish? Could you see if I put Bish in the other room? Bish is missing. It's in a green silk coin purse thing. I'm supposed to use this. I suppose looks for Bish. Was this a mission? Yes. Does she know who's rushing to her? Yes. Does she die there? No.
Nobody's tripping.
I am. I feel pressure right here. It hurts so bad all across here. I feel so much pressure. It's yeah. Um is this someone she knows in this life? Yes. Is this Arthur? She won't answer. Is this Arthur? She's shaking. Is this Arthur? Is the one that's rushing to her Arthur? She won't answer. Does she know the one that that's rushing to her in this life? Yes. So it's someone you know in this life. Is this someone she has to reconnect with? Yes. Well, you better tell him to hurry the fuck up because she's waiting. Oh my God. It's someone you know in this life. Will there be a reconnection in this life? Yes. Did it start today? Did the reconnection start today? No answer. Did the reconnection begin during the frantic searching? Yes. All right, so reconnection is already beginning. I don't know how long it's going to take. I wanted to ask Bish how long it's going to take, but Michael said, don't you dare. He sounded serious when he said that. He sounded like he might actually do something. He said, don't you dare. Well, shit, don't talk to me that way. Talk to me in soft, hushed tones. I'm sensitive. He said, don't you dare. What if I dare? I'm not saying I'm going to dare. I'm saying, what if I do? And it's a question. It's a question. So there's that telepathic communication that's happening back and forth, back and forth. Whoever this person is, they're trying to geolocate you. They keep pinging you and pinging you and pinging you to geolocate. Is a guardian whose face you can't see the same as the he searching? I immediately hear a yes, but hold on. Is a guardian whose face I can't see the same as the he who's searching for her? Yes. 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 Will it be within a year? Okay. I'll stop. I'm joking. I was joking. He got all fired up. This is like a kitty shaker, like when Michael pisses me off. So set it down. I'll set it down. No. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Going back to that. So he is trying to geolocate you, and then suddenly I'm being pulled to another place. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but you's kind of looking albino-ish. Your skin is super pale. Your eyes are albino eyes, but it's like one is albino, the other one isn't. It looks almost like a hazily color. And for some reason, it's like you don't have, I don't know, it's weird. It's like you have that albino white hair, but then certain angles when you're under light, it looks almost like a strawberry blonde, which is I don't know. And it looks very similar to that one Disney movie of like the redhead girl, where it's a lot of hair. You have a lot of hair, but you're not dressed in that time period. You're dressed in what looks almost like a canvas type material, like a thicker linen canvas type material. Almost looks like a potato sack. It's weird. I get the feeling it has to do with druids. Did druids wear potato sack? Druid clothing. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That looks about it. Yep. Yeah. Like that druidy type of, there you go, Captain Morgan style. There you go. It looked similar to that, not as stylish. Yeah, kind of like monk robe, but not full on monk robe, but that kind of material and just a lot of like bunching up of fabric. And then you had something tied around your waist. It wrapped twice and then it tied, and it was like not a tassel and not exactly like a rosary either. But there were knots in it. It didn't look like knots that are indicative of a rosary, because I know how many fucking knots there are. I be knowing, because I prayed the rosary for much of my life. So, and then at the end of, so there's obviously two dangly parts that are tied in knots. At the end of one is, hey, Daddy, can you go get the other charm bottles? It's in the box beside my side of the bed. They're like the little tiny one.
Okay. Just the bottles?
Yeah. I'm going to show it to you. I don't know why, but it's this exact shape. And I believe it's also made of glass, but not like cheap glass. It's like that, like glass that's hard to break. Hold that, he's coming. It's at the end of one of those strings. I assume you were druid in this life that I'm being shown. This is a second life. It jumped from whatever that cavern was to some druid imagery. And you for real look Napoleon. What the fuck is that? Napoleon pink. Oh, shit. No, she didn't look Napoleon. What does that even mean? There's this, and I think it comes from the same life, is this imagery of walking into a grove, like just a small patch of trees. There aren't many trees that grow in this area, but there's like this just patch of trees. And we're walking into that patch of trees. And as you walk deeper into the patch of trees, and this patch of trees is smaller than a New York City block. So it's not big at all. But as you walk in, you'll see there's an opening, like a clearing within the trees. There's this huge like stone slab. It's like just a big cube. It looks like this, attached to the end of the string, the rope or cording, whatever it is, that's wrapped around your waist. It's one of these and it glows. Yeah. The ice cream. I don't know why that was being referenced. It might make sense to you later. I don't know. but there was one of these attached to it. So the Grove. What? Like you drank it? You were a shapeshifter. You were a shapeshifter, and I assume you went to that block to call your Uber ride to come pick you up, take you off planet. I think your coding went a little bit wonky. It's this sense that you needed to get corrections done to your code because you originally had the appearance of hazel eyes and red hair, like fiery red, orangey fiery red. And then all the color coding kind of got distorted. Why? Why did it get distorted? Um, um, let me see. I think let me copy this. You might want to read on this. It has to do with the order of the bards, the ovates, and the druids. You might want to read up on that. I don't know why. Whatever questions I'm asking, I think there's going to be some answers in there. Wait. What does that look like? Cauldron. So Ceridwen's cauldron. I'm wondering if what you drank from that small vial, it's bigger than what I was holding up, but I'm wondering if what you drank from that small vial, the Holy Grail Ceridwen's cauldron, a tale of blood and honor. What the actual fuck? So, okay. I think I might be actually freaking out at this point. So for some reason, this is all kind of connecting, intersecting with the sangreal, the holy blood, the sacred blood of Jesus the Christ. I don't know. Does Napolitan, was he looking for, I don't think I was speaking about ice cream. Bonaparte. So he was looking for the Holy Grail too. I don't know, girl. This is hurting my head. Pruru de Sion. He went to Malta and he had dealings with the Knights of Malta. This is going way over my fucking head. Okay. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Look into Napoleon. Napoleon and his quest for the Holy Grail. It ties into Ceridwen's cauldron. Ceridwen's cauldron. It has to do with blood. It has to do with blood. I don't know what it has to do with the blood, but this is like the next life you jump into. It might not be chronological order of the lives you've lived, but that's the very next life. What the hell were you looking for in that cavern then? Excuse me. I don't know. I don't know, but you were poured into that cavern. You were formless and then you took form as soon as you hit the ground. I don't know what to make of it. I hope that whatever information we kind of came across tonight will give you something to start, really researching on. Okay. Thank you, Miss Meliss. Oh wait, I did. Okay, did you? All right. Plum Ponds, are you here? There are so many things I want to read off those searches. Let me just stop. You're welcome. All right. Plum. Breathe very deep and very slow. I see like a ton of movement, lots of bodies moving. Oh, shit. So it's dimly lit. Oh, do you? So, Plum, how do you feel about slavery and human trafficking? Is it something that really upsets you? Like without even going deep into the details and personal stories, the whole subject matter, is it something that really, really just strikes a chord in you very intensely? Oh God, I don't want to hurt your feelings. So, okay, here's the thing. Sometimes we live one life that's the polarity that is opposite to the other life that we need to live. 93% at 639. 93639. 93639. So, what I'm being shown, I don't know if you worked with them or if this was your project, if you owned it. You were transporting people to be sold overseas. It's dimly lit. It's like I don't know, the hull. I don't think it's the hull. I don't know. It's some containment area in a large ship. Um, and honestly, it looks like the ship is made of wood. Um, you were a slave trader in that life. Um, yeah, you were providing people to be sold. Um, and I'm wondering if you needed to experience that life so in this life you could do what your part is, because it kind of ties into your purpose. Um, you also lived a life, it's like jumping to another life. Um, so that first life, you looked, I want to say Dutch. I don't know why. I mean, honestly, to me, um, Europeans look very similar to each other. I don't know the nuances of the features well enough to be like, oh, no, you're Scandinavian. Oh, no, you're, you know what I mean? I don't know that enough. I can kind of guess, but I don't know it enough. You just look European to me. But for some reason, I feel Dutch. And then it jumps to another life that was actually before the life that first came, first shared. And you were taken yourself. You were Asian and you were taken, forcibly taken. The first life mentioned you were a Dutch man. Um, and then the other life that came before it, where you were the one that was taken, you were a woman. You're a woman, you're Asian. Um, I don't know why, but I feel like you were sold to, you were sold to Persia. I mean, granted, you're not sold to a country, but I don't know, like someone in Persia. How do you feel about Persia? I know Persia no longer exists, but how do you feel when you hear the word Persia? Yeah, I think you were sold, and you probably ended up being a part of a harem because you looked beautiful, like beautiful. And I see you just crying nonstop. Um, there's just such a like overflow of emotion. Like I don't know how to feel. Um, I don't feel like you were treated poorly though. I feel like you were abducted and you were sold in that human trade. And I don't know. I feel like although you were sold and you were technically property at that point, um, whoever bought you, I think, fell in love with you, treated you rather well. Um, I don't feel like you were treated poorly. I don't feel like you were abused. Um, I feel like you were violated because you didn't want to willingly partake in biblical relations. But even then, I mean, I hate to feel like I'm fucking justifying sexual abuse, but even then, it wasn't like the type of violating where it's like intentionally, um, I don't know. I can't even like, I can't even, I hope you understand what I'm failing at communicating because it's kind of like, I can't explain that shit away. If you don't want to, you don't want to. Um, I don't feel like I don't feel like you inflicted, um, so there are those who were in the slave trade and they enjoyed brutality. Although it's a very brutal thing to take someone from their motherland and ship them to another place to be sold, um, I don't feel like you were brutal by the trade standards. I feel like you treated them really well and they had more food than what they would have had someone else transported them. Um, I feel like it's, hold on. Let me see if I can get a name for you. Um, 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 oh, wow. The Arab slave trade encompassed mainly Western and Central Asia. The Dutch imported slaves from Asia into their colony in South Africa. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I'll give you this link to maybe, I don't know, because it mentions both things. Um, but if you can do digging to find the identity, because I don't think there were many. I don't think there were many at all. Um, there has to be someone that's written about who was a Dutch slave trader, and he was actually kind based on the standards of the time. He was actually kind to his product. Um, it's the sense that I get is the logic was that if he took good care of them as they were transported, because many of them died during transport across the North Atlantic or whatever the fuck they cross. Um, and he figured if he fed them well and tended to their illnesses and wounds and things like that, um, more would be alive when he arrives. They would be in better condition, and so they could be sold for more. So, I mean, it's still a business standpoint, but um, it's important for us to recognize he lacked the level of brutality that was very commonplace at that time. You know, um, I think you'll find who you were if you can find the name of that person. Um, that would require like so much more digging, and I can't do that during the live. But I feel like you would probably find the actual name of one of your lifetimes. Um, I just feel so strongly that you would. Don't feel bad. A lot of the things we experience in lifetimes are helping to ripen and round out our knowing. So, as much as I've helped people in this life, um, several of my lives, I distinctly remember being rather vicious, rather malicious, excessive use of force, just very abusive to other living things. I distinctly remember that. That doesn't mean I'm still that in this life. That means I understand even more deeply why I should never do any of that. And that's probably why, for the most part, I don't retaliate against people who do all kind of bullshit. So don't let it weigh you down. Okay, these are important parts of your personal soul history to help you better understand what your purpose here is, okay? Let's see. All right. Just Erica. All right. So breathe really deep and really slow. So I feel a lot of movement. Like boat rocking and rocking and rocking, just like that. It's like nonstop movement. Um, but it's not water, which is the weird thing. It's like, but it's not like when you experience turbulence, if you're flying in an airplane, it's not like that either. It just feels like a lot of like movement, but it's not a boat. It feels like we're in the air. And it's like, it feels almost like the structure that we're inside of is a sideways teardrop. Like it's a point and then it becomes almond shaped, rounded out towards the back. Um, hold up. Is this her ship? Yes. I assume extraterrestrial? Yes. Is this a Syrian ship? No. Arcturian? No answer. Let me see. Um, can you just tell me? Just tell me whose ship is that? What ship is it? It's her ship, but what species? Lyran? No. Arcturian was a no. Andromedan. Andromedan. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Missing some parts though. Hold on. Okay, well, it does kind of look like that if it was cloaked. If it was cloaked, it would look like that. It kind of has that same shape. Because this looks like liquid metal all around it. I'm wondering if that's a cloak. So what are you wanting to show me? What is this about? Like, what do you want? What do you want her to know? So you weren't in Earth's atmosphere. You were somewhere else. Um, wait. Whoa, wait. Uh, uh, okay, so it has to do with the Lyra and Draconian Wars. It has to do with Lyra and Draconian Wars. It was the Wars of Lyra. Um, it's almost like this sense of you were present when the planet was actually destroyed. Because the planet that was occupied, I believe, by the feline Lyrans, uh, it was blown up. It no longer exists. And I feel like you were either taken from there, like rescued, like Andromedan ship. I don't know what they were doing there, but they happened to receive your distress call. They picked you up, and that's why it was going like this. It's like movement because of the pulse of all of that. Um, oh, that's why it looks like liquid metal. You have the ship had a shield, and it was being covered by that blast. So what does this mean? What do you want her to know? Have you ever had dreams of traveling through a tropical forest, but the plants all look like super crazy? They almost look sci-fi. I just realized I was squinching myself down. Um, because for some reason you got dropped off in some tropical looking forest or like a jungle. Um, and they don't look like any plants that I've seen. Well, shit, those aren't dreams. Those are your memories. You were dropped off in some like jungly forest thing. Um, they had plants that, I mean, it's not like the plants glowed. It's not like the plants were neon colors and, moved like, but sci fi as in different planet. Um, you were dropped off, and I don't know, I think they followed you. That's the sense that I get. It's like they followed you. Um, have I ever said something to you about like you only answer to me? There's no one else that you answer to in some, I don't know, military sense? Because I'm getting this sense of like you asked to be, I heard, deposited in a foreign terrain um, to evade capture. And in your attempt to evade capture, you were actually detected, and they definitely wanted to find you because you had a lot of information, a lot. Low yes. I don't know what. What did I ask?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, guys. My brain, it's only partially functioning. I don't think that's a dream. I think you're having like PTSD. Um, like these very traumatic things are still coming back to you. Like I see the forest burning. It's like a jungly, I don't know. It doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before. It looks like a combination between an actual jungle and an actual forest, because those are two very separate, very different types of atmospheres or environments. The types of plants that grow, um, they're very different. It looks like a combo of both, like a made up place. Um, so then, okay, did I say something about someone looking for you? Like looking for you to hurt you? Energetic, etheric. Have I said that to you? Because it's like circling back around. Um, Whoever was looking for you specifically and you tried to hide in that forest stuff, um, it's circling back around. I was chased by an alien type, but it was small. I don't see what chases you. I see you kind of trying to hide like behind like shrubbery type. I don't even know what it is. um, but you're kind of like trying to duck and we don't see anything. And then next thing you know, we're zoomed up. Well, my visual is zoomed up, and I just see like some of the trees that are super, super tall. It's swaying like there's things walking through it. And next thing you know, explosions here and there. And I'm like, wow, this is like sci-fi shit. This is legit like sci-fi shit. um, so um, if you saw one that was small, I don't think it was the only one, because for all of the activity that I saw, there's no way that it was just one. It was like many, many came. Um, so it's circling back around. Oh, I see you suddenly like you're sitting. It's not even really a cliffside. Well, I guess. I don't know. You're elevated and you're sitting near the edge and you're overlooking the ocean and you have a huge sword. This looks like feudal Japan times. I don't feel like you live near there. I feel like you traveled by yourself, with the intention of finding your internal peace and balance. Um, it's like a message of find your balance again, bring yourself near like an ocean. Hold on, no, you're not near an ocean. um there was a place, it's like where Arizona meets Utah. It's where a dam is. Hold on. Um, uh, Glen Canyon. No, Lake Powell. 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 I don't know. Sorry. Oh my God, girl, slow the fuck down. You're confusing us. You're confusing us. Um, I think it's the Glen Canyon Dam. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's what we drove past. Glen Canyon Dam. If you can find somewhere, well, I don't even know if you're able to travel. Was it? No, I don't think it was Lake Mead. It was Lake Powell Glen Canyon Dam. Or if you can find, I don't know, it has to be a huge body of water on like an elevated place. I don't know if maybe you have something near you that's like that. Um, you've never been to Grand Canyon, Powell area. Um, if you can find a way to go, you need a large body of water and you need to sit at an elevated place and really ground yourself. This is a huge part of like your spiritual process. Um, hmm. You go to lakes because you have dogs. Um, I think it's more than because you have dogs. Maybe like the human part of you. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this is my little thingy that I keep my some of my thingies in, and this was sticking out of it. It's a teal colored string. I don't know why, but this is important for you to know. This looks very similar to the type of string that connects um, Blu-rays together, like Blu-rays of the same group. It's a very similar looking type of string. Um, peacock feathers have material. They're peacock feathers. Images. So I don't know if people are aware of this, but the peacock feather eyes are actually made of like individual floofy hair thingies. They look kind of like this. Just get a whole bunch of these and stick it to a stick. That's kind of what they look like. So it's about a string. Okay, going back to the whole lake thing. Um, oh, okay. So that's a message, a visual cue that these lives are all having to do with your like elevated Blu-ray stuff. Going back to the lake imagery, it looks like you were in feudal Japan. This was the time of the samurai. You went on some journey on your own. And I traveled to many oceans around different countries, but not recently. That's part of what you need to do. Um, I mean, I didn't want to be like, girl, you got to drop everything you're doing and go to an ocean. I mean, that seems like that's what you've been doing throughout your life already. So this ties back to times you lived in feudal Japan. It'll help trigger your remembrance of the Code of Bushido. With the Code of Bushido, it will really help you. You've been to Japan, but not the ocean side. Um, I feel like you really need to go again. I don't know when because travel in the world right now is crazy. South part of Japan. Hold on. I'm told on a map. Um, okay, let's see. The south part. Near Nagasaki. And then Kochi. So near Nagasaki, So I think in a previous life, you lived over by the Shikoku waters. Shikoku, right around there, by Kochi. But I think you need to visit more closer to Nagasaki. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why. Have you ever been to Korea? It's not Okinawa. Have you been to Korea? Oh, but that's more land based. Okay, not Korea. I feel energy pulling from Korea to you. How do you feel about? Well, it's kind of a loaded question, huh? Um, are you into like K-pop? You don't strike me as someone into K-pop. But I'm not into K-pop. Fuck K-pop. I'm joking. I really am not into K-pop, but I was just joking about all the other stuff that I said. Yeah, I don't have little girls, so I don't have anyone to kind of like introduce me to that world. Okay, so no K-pop. I don't know. I feel like it's pulling towards Korea. I don't know if maybe that's indicative of yet another life. Um, I'm asking your higher self to give clarity, like, um, um, I feel like you did live in Korea. Like it's a hard, really rough feel in the chest. Um, yeah, it makes me feel super sad. Like, like just got hit in the chest with so much sadness. But it's like a sadness that I'm not allowed to express. It has to be pushed down. It has to be pushed down. Do you have a hard time expressing sadness? Is that something you're kind of like, I'm not comfortable with people seeing what I'm actually feeling? Um, does Korea have forests? Oh shit. Um, oh shit. I saw images like this too. Um, um, images like that. Um, you don't want to dwell on sadness. Probably the reason I avoid it. Um, my sister-in-law is Korean, and she didn't like to dwell on things like that either. Like it's kind of like you just, And I remember she was saying part of her culture, you just, there's no point. Deal with it and move forward is kind of like that. So, deal with it and move forward. Um, yeah, you have such complex intertwining of lives. It's hard to see where one ends and the other begins, and it's like a jumbled mess of things, jumbled mess of strings, not things. That's what Michael said. Oh, your dog's name is Forrest. That's cute. That's cute. What type of dog do you have? I just feel like you still have unfinished business, both in Japan and Korea. Maybe just being in that region can help resolve a lot of the things that were left unresolved. But there's still a lot left for you to go through within yourself and your energy. I hope that this information helps you to better direct yourself in like your research and stuff for your learning. It's a lot of stuff. That's awesome. My brother wanted to get a wolf hybrid. And I kind of was like, well, good luck getting it to stay on the property. I hear they like to kind of run away a lot. Not necessarily because they're unhappy, but just because they like to roam. All right. Ayable 83. Ayable 83. Thank you, Just Erica. Ayable 83, are you here? Wow, today's the last day of the month.
What?
Today's the last day of the month.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Aisha, are you here? Girl, I'm sure you're going to have so much fun. Okay, let's come back to her. Maybe she has a lag. Melissa Dawn, are you here? Melissa Dawn. Mm-hmm.
She was on earlier.
Who?
Melissa Dawn.
I think they were both on earlier.
Or they have a lag.
Huh?
Or they might have a lag.
Yeah, I think they have a lag. Or maybe we have a lag.
Oh, everyone has a lag.
Hey, take it easy. Hey, take it easy, man. Hey, take it easy. All right. Many say that I'm too young to let you know just where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you will see.
Dun.
It's just a matter of time. My love will surely make you mine. Well, I'm living in a world of ghetto. Okay, I don't think they're here, Daddy. Do y'all have a lag? Anyone have a lag right now? They're the last two. pearly shells
Look at you, you're blended into the wall.
on the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shores. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all. Those little pearly shells, tiny bubbles in the wine, makes me feel happy, makes me feel fine. I should get the poi. If you get me some tube socks and balls, I'll put it in there.
Oh yeah?
I know how to do that shit, y'all. Okay? I know how to poi dance. And the best part is when the balls hit each other and it wraps around your neck. And you're like, oh shit.
Hey.
What?
Yeah. Go for it.
It didn't go far. All right, so Melissa Dawn and Aisha, she is the girl that I never had, and I want to get to know you better. Aisha. All right. Let us, our Father, who art in heaven. That's how the priest used to say it. Hallowed be thy name. Ah, she's here. Okay.
Oh, it's Abel.
Huh? What?
Abel here.
Abel. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Abel. That's what he said. All right. Let's go ahead and do your scan. And then, oh, okay. So let's go ahead. I was doing the scan first. I was getting cards. Okay, so breathe very deep and very slow. Immediately, I see blockages. It's kind of like at the back of your throat, behind it. It's this area right here. If you were to it would be there behind your actual throat. There's a huge blockage there. I see that the blockage goes up towards the third eye. So it goes here and it occupies this space within your cranial space. I also see a lot of difficulty communicating your needs. There's misalignment in the throat chakra region. The energy is not able to flow freely. There's a lot of atrophy in your solar plexus, and the heart chakra is also misaligned. So it's a combination. The blockages that are keeping you from progressing in the way that you'd like. It's a combination of misalignment, atrophy, as well as blockage. Okay, that's going to really dampen the flow of energy through you. I also see a lot of systemic inflammation in the lower belly. Excuse me. A lot of systemic inflammation. I think you might be incompatible with some of the foods that you're eating. I also feel like your frequency, it keeps having a hard time modulating itself. It's like, and then it drops, and it drops. Instead of being like a steady baseline type frequency. I think that's because of the area that you live in. Like the physical region. I don't know if it's something that's going on inside the earth near you. or if it's like more man-made. That's definitely affecting your frequency. It's causing a lot of disharmonic patterning. So there's a lot of like stagnant tar like energy in the belly as well. It's in between the spaces in between the intestines. It's in that area. I'm gonna scan a little bit deeper. The presence of some of this stuff makes me wonder if there's a parasitic issue. There is. Do you have any struggles with your heartbeat? Like sometimes it's irregular, sometimes it races out of nowhere. Sometimes that shit sticks up. All right, just calm down, boo, calm down. Sometimes it just kind of feels like it's skipping a beat, your heartbeat. There's something that's kind of hiding behind and slightly to the bottom of your heart. It's in your chest. It reads as parasitic. I also see quite a bit inside the cranial space too. When I scan using a different method, I'm able to see that the things that are occupying your space, their cloaking capability is very advanced. It's almost like they can cloak to make it seem like they're not there. It has to do with tracking movement. They can slow their processes. They can slow it down quite a bit and cause it to appear as though there's nothing there. But when I change the type of scanning that I'm doing, what ends up happening is I actually detect them there. So in cranial space, chest, behind and slightly below the heart, between the shoulder blades, the base of your skull, the back of your neck, your sacrum, left kidney, both adrenal glands. This is also affecting your connectivity to the earth. It's probably very difficult for you to ground. Just a lot of energy. Could you comment that, Frey? Could you comment that I'm reading for her and she'll have to come back in to watch the recording? There's something going on with the energy. The tech is something. It probably has to do with the parasitic presence. Because if it can cloak in such an advanced manner, it can definitely affect the proper functioning of technology, like electronics, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all of that stuff. I feel like you definitely, thank you. I wish you could hear me. What do you call it? I feel like you would definitely benefit from a parasitic extraction. With the way that this one functions, it's more than one that you have. With the way that it functions, that specific type, you would probably need something along the lines of a 2M level of extraction, because that's pretty advanced. That's probably what's causing much of the displacement, because the heart is also misaligned.
Refresh. Back to
Okay.
normal.
Right, but I've been reading for her for the past. Okay. Abel, can you hear me now? Has it caught up? Has the video caught up? Aloha. Mahalo. Okay, so once this live stream finishes, go back to about the 2-hour, maybe 45-minute mark. I'd been giving quite a bit of information for the scanning. I do recommend a parasitic extraction, a 2M extraction. Let me check your core coding. Do you sometimes get this feeling of like there's something in your lungs? Like you're not actually coughing, but you feel like you have to go like this to clear something? It's like, I don't know how I would explain that. It's it's not physical. I don't know if it's manifested as physical yet, but it looks like there's particles, like nanoparticles in your lungs. Um, I wonder if you've inhaled nanotechnology. Um, there's something in the lungs. It's energetic. It registers as energetic to me. If it's a physical thing, the only things that would register as like energetic would be nanoparticles. That can be a type of technology that can be inhaled. Um, do you ever enter buildings that are needing renovation? It's almost like asbestosy. I'm not saying you inhaled asbestos, but let me see. Um, let's see. What did it look like? Yeah. Fuck. That's what it looks like. This is what the energy looks like. Um, Again, I don't know that you actually inhaled physical asbestos. I don't know that, but this is what the energy looks like. It's like shards. It's like shards. Um, um, hmm. That's how the energy reads. I'm trying to see if there's like physical. I don't see physical. I see the energy of it. Um, in any case, I think an extraction would probably be appropriate for you if that's something you want to consider. You can find that on my website. Okay. And then, of course, come back as soon as the live stream is done. Go to around the 2 hour, 45-minute mark. I think that's probably around the time I started scanning for you. Let's go ahead and let's do your cards. You asked for blockages as well. You don't have any lung conditions, right? So for the blockages, you've just been exhausted. When you're exhausted, it's much harder to detect um, what parts of you are like um, needing more attention, and you need more rest. You're going through some pretty major energetic shifting within yourself. I even gave up some lucky start of the year. Oh, that's good. Congratulations on that. It doesn't look like effects of smoking cigarettes. That one looks completely different. That one looks completely different. It tends to appear much more physical than just energetic. This looks energetic. Yeah, it looks energetic. So you have to slow yourself down, okay? I mean, the whole world has basically slowed down at this point, but your thoughts, you hold yourself to a very unfair, extremely high standard. I wouldn't be surprised if you resonate with me saying you struggle with perfectionism. It's like, and it's not necessarily that you're like abusive to yourself or you just like put yourself down, but you have a tendency to make yourself feel badly if you don't exceed expectations, I guess you could say. A lot of the stuff that's going on in your mind, the overthinking, it's adding to the exhaustion, the effects of exhaustion and overthinking, all of those really intense expectations of yourself. They all add up to, God, my mind just went blank. They all add up to a triggering of an ascension cycle, a major ascension cycle. I think so many people in the world is experiencing the same type of triggering. It's leading to a transformation. Okay. You are transforming your life. You are creating a brand new way of being for yourself. Just keep it up. Make sure you give yourself a little bit of extra pampering, extra rest. The blockages really stem from like a very unfair expectation of yourself. The misalignments that I spoke of regarding your chakras during your scan, I think that has to do with a parasitic issue at hand. There is indeed a parasitic issue. And I wouldn't be surprised, I feel strongly that all of the overthinking that you're experiencing and the hypercriticalities, a lot of that's probably triggered by thought inception, with a parasitic thing as the root of it, you know? Definitely feel like I feel like an extraction would be beneficial for you. And again, you can find that on my website if that's something that resonates with you. Okay. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for waiting. Let's see. Melissa Dawn, are you here? Did she ever answer from earlier? You're welcome. Thank you for waiting. What were you saying?
Never replied.
Maybe she had to go. So we'll just call it a night. And then we'll give her the option of being the first one next time I do an expedite.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me. I hope whatever information came forward helps to empower you on your journey of self-rediscovery. No matter what the information that came forward, this is a brand new life to have brand new experiences in. Don't allow yourself to get too down, too upset, too disappointed, okay? Brand new life to do brand new things in. It's good to understand some of the things from the past, but it's also very good to be fully present. I love you guys. I will see you very soon. I hope you'll offer past life readings again at a later time. Oh, I'll try to, Carmen. It's just, I don't offer it too much because just like, I think it was for Susan. Sometimes I can't help it. I'm just right in that experience. And I'm going to be honest. I feel like I have whiplash, and I wouldn't be surprised if I develop a bruise right here. They fucking blew up my chest. What's wrong with these people? I'm just saying, fucking Amazon. You gotta, you gotta just take the good with the bad. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your night. I'll see you guys again very soon. Oh, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. And you guys, Oh, I'm gonna be putting merch on soon, but I'm doing readings for all the signs again. I figured out a way to get over myself. I'm doing the readings on TikTok. It's only a minute long, very condensed. Boom, information. You can go about your day. So that'll work. That'll work. I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Emmie
Bye.
Evolving on TikTok?
Emmie Evolving on TikTok. Bye, guys.